tactician after seeing Crawford spar, move, punch, adapt, and Jones saw the way it affected him, but still felt Crawford's power and speed would be too much, believing Crawford has all the tools to knock Canelo out. Jones has seen everything but said Crawford is different, and he didn't hesitate, saying Crawford, who is already elite, is still sharpening tools, and that is dangerous for a fighter already atop pound-for-pound lists. Roy didn't just drop platitudes. He said what he saw, convinced Canelo won't handle it. And if anyone knows how to jump divisions and make history, it's Roy. On the streets, you and Canelo, what would that look like? Man, you know what I do. I don't need to talk about it. It's me against anybody. I'm not saying another man can beat me. So you got your answer. And in Guadalajara, would it be different if Terence came to town? Every place is different. But we're not talking streets. We're talking boxing. And Roy's tone added pressure to a fight already being discussed as a defining moment of the decade. Crawford isn't easing in. He's striding in and bringing the fire, evident when Canelo requested a smaller ring. Try to limit Bud's movements, and he likely expects Crawford to use angles, but instead deflecting. Crawford lit the fuse and fired back. I go back and forth, one said. Bud convinces me he'll win because of his belief. But then I see Canelo and he looked great. So I was Canelo, then Bud, now back to Canelo, so we'll see. Crawford said, the only running I'll be doing is running upside his head. And he's got a big head too. A comedic but layered shot, embracing aggression, flipping narratives and saying, I'm hunting him, everything he's got, and I'm taking come September 13th. This era surpassed us with Floyd, Pacquiao, De La Hoya, Cotto, Mayweather, Kovalev, Triple G, and Canelo got those mega fights. But I didn't. So this is my mega fight, my moment, and that's why I want to fight an all-time great like Canelo. These are not just bold words, but calculated from someone never in a losing corner, with Crawford's airtight 41-0 record, 31 knockouts, and now a four-weight world champion, adding a super welterweight belt after beating Madrimov, now jumping 2 weight classes and undisputed champion in a 5th. Meanwhile, Canelo's recent performance was underwhelming against William Skull, a tepid unanimous decision, raising questions not about Canelo's past but his present, as he's no longer the aggressive counterpuncher, now risk-averse. Focus more on staying sharp. Does Crawford have a chance? If anyone does, it's him. His IQ and strength are elite, and though it's a big weight jump, it wouldn't surprise if Crawford wins or loses, as shown against Errol Spence, revealing what level and type of dog Crawford is. Can Crawford still make 168? Yeah, I can. And that's a dangerous Canelo version for Crawford, who thrives on still or slowing opponents, using reactive, sowing real tension, not manufactured. Both have conquered 4-weight divisions, are undisputed, and are aiming for more than belts, with Crawford seeing as a chance to be immortalized, while Canelo tries to silence talk of decline, standing at 63-2-0 with 39 knockouts. Crawford's legend status isn't denied, but size is a concern, with Bernard Hopkins initially calling Crawford's challenge irresponsible but later flipping, giving Crawford an 85% chance, seeing that if Crawford sets the tone early, it's enough, and saying Crawford's there to show Canelo's time is over. Hopkins' reversal means something, showing belief in Crawford's adaptability, and with his Excellency Turki Alashik confirming a knockout bonus, and the most expensive Ring magazine belt crafted for this fight. It's a spectacle blending sport and entertainment, rivaling UFC cards. The conversation around Jake Paul's numbers also looms, but to rule this era, Canelo will need to stop a fighter bringing speed, timing, IQ, and confidence, as Crawford isn't here to try luck, but to take his throne, backed by Roy and Hopkins, with Crawford at peace with crowd bias, even saying, I want all those people booing me. They're going to cry when they go home. If Crawford wins by knockout, he'll leap into top 10 all-time conversations, a 5-division champion beating a bigger, still undefeated fighter, while Canelo needs urgency, cannot be passive, and can't rely on size alone against a man bringing more than skill, bringing believers, all seeing Crawford is ready. And on September 13th, Canelo may not just be fighting a smaller man, but history itself. All legacy meaning is on Crawford's side, with a chance to become the only person to win all 4 belts in 3-weight divisions, while for Saul, it's more than belts, as Terence's 20-year career's value is high. Mayweather's shadow remains, with Canelo saying Crawford is better than Floyd, claiming he's more intelligent, and turns guard to both sides, making bold statements, drawing comparisons and sending ripples. Jeff Mayweather responded, saying it's strategic framing by Canelo to make the opponent look better to elevate his next fight, noting Canelo lost to a 36-year-old Floyd while having more fights. Showing prime is in your 20s, not 36. Framing narrative over numbers. But while debates about Floyd linger, the real test for Canelo is Crawford, an unbeaten technician, adaptable and difficult to decode. With Bomac anticipating a tough start, but believing Crawford will figure out and likely stop Canelo in late rounds. Not from hype, but proven patterns. With Crawford known to read opponents like a book by round 3 or 4, as shown against Spence in 2023 with a dominant stoppage, making many reassess pound-for-pound lists, setting the stage for Crawford to conquer yet again.